Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim preaching this word of truth and sincerity around the four corners. And the peace and salutations to the Akim and the Aqua, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. And got some news on the MOTB. This will be another MOTB news. And speaking about Mawaahba, Moab. And how Moab is in the mix of the MOTB as well. He's making C-hips too. So I'm going to get the news article, read a little bit of it, hit a couple of precepts, get straight to the point, and Lord's willing, this will be edifying. Alright, this is from South China Morning Post, and it says countdown to Neo brain computer interface clinical trial in China. It says at least 30 patients are expected to be implanted with Chinese BCI technology. As Chinese researchers are planning a major clinical trial next year on technology linking the brain directly with electronic devices, according to a report on a Shanghai government social media account. The brain-computer interface BCI technology was developed in China and was implanted successfully in 3 patients, said the report posted on the Shanghai Science and Technology account on the weekend. One of the recipients was a 38-year-old spinal cord patient in Shanghai who had not been able to stand and had lost hand function since a car accident 4 years ago. The results are even better than we expected. The report quoted Mao Yang, head of the National Center for Neurological Disorders, as saying, the implant is called Neural Electronic Opportunity, NEO, and is a collaboration between Neurical Technology and a team headed by Hong Bo at Tsinghua University's Biomedical Engineering Department. Mao, who is also director of Huashan Hospital affiliated with Fudan University, was part of the team conducting the implantation. So as you can see, Moab is full steam ahead with this. They're the pioneers, if you will. You know, them C-hips. Says during the operation in November, the coin-sized BCI device was embedded into the patient's skull to collect neural signals from the sensory and motor areas of the brain. An external magnetic coil attached to the device through the scalp supplied power, transmitted signals, and updated algorithms. Unlike Elon Musk's Neuralink, which uses implanted chips in the brain, NEO takes a semi-invasive BCI approach. While the procedure requires cranial surgery, the electrodes are placed outside the brain cortex, avoiding direct contact with brain tissue. Using a prosthetic glove, the patient in Shanghai could control brain signals to pick up and set down a water cup, as well as open a bottle cap and drink water. The patient's recovery was smooth and improvements were very noticeable, Mao said. Mao Ying. Like Yao Ming. It's Salakia. Just having fun with this thing. It was the first time surgeons had used an online brain function localization system, which allowed the team to rapidly and precisely locate the hand motor sensory brain regions, cutting the time needed for the procedure. The entire surgery only took 1 hour and 40 minutes, Mouse added. 2 previous implantations took place in Beijing last year and involved paralyzed patients who were able to use the technology. Salakia. Let me cross this street. Says 2 previous implantations took place in Beijing last year and involved paralyzed patients who were able to use the technology to independently drink water and move a computer sensor. And that's how they're going. This is how they're going to. This is how they're going to do it in America. They're going to market it as as miracles, like it says in the book of Revelation. Paraplegics are going to be able to move their extremities again. People that are paralyzed are going to be able to walk again. Like that guy, I forget his name off the top, but that guy that received that Neuralink, the first patient, he's able to play chess. Listen, Getting back to the article, in August, NEO became the first BCI product to enter China's Green Channel for special approval of innovative medical devices. It is expected to be available for clinical use by 2027. Shanghai Science and Technology is the social media account of the Shanghai Municipal Science and Technology Commission. Another report on the online account quoted Hong as saying NEO would undergo large-scale clinical trials for next year, with plans for at least 30 implementations across the country. The announcement of the trial was made at the BCI Society and Chen Institute joint BCI meeting held in Shanghai on Friday and Saturday. So I believe this was recent. In China, universities are the main drivers of BCI research, which requires investment to make the leap from the laboratory to the market. The semi-invasive approach is also just one of a number being applied in the area. It says BCI is a convergence of artificial intelligence integrated circuits and biomedical technology. Teo Hu, Deputy Director of the Shanghai Institute of Microsystems and Information Technology, at the Chinese Academy of Sciences, said in the second report, as an emerging industry, it still requires concentrated investment of various resources. Yeah, so China's definitely a player in the game. You know, this has more to do. This has to do with China being a formidable component in Esau's how you say, China has to be a formidable component in Esau's there, I'm at a loss for words. In Esau's scheme of things, if you will, for lack of a better word. You know, because the ultimate goal is that they want to see hip everybody. So this is one of those. This is one of those tactics or one of those avenues that they're going to take. You know, they're going to promote it like it's a how you say, like it's a convenience, you know, and like it's a lifesaver. All right, let me get a couple of precepts. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 1. And you read the subhead and it says 6 bowls of wrath. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Yeah, because when you read in the 14th chapter, it says that whoever takes that mark, they're going to drink of the wine, they're going to drink of the cup of indignation from the Heavenly Father without mixture. You know? That's why we tell you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, under any circumstances, you are not to take this chip. Under no circumstances. You know, this is even if you have to get beheaded for it, because in Revelation the 20th chapter it says, you know, Apostle John saw that some people were beheaded for the testimony of Yahushua, for not taking that C-hip. And if that's what it comes down to, then it is what it is. You know? So we already know China's going full steam ahead with this. Matter of fact, let me get that. But we are not to take that chip because we know what's going on. It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. And it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Yeah, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. And when it's speaking about Satan, it's talking about Salakia. Let me cross the street. It's talking about the Satan-like man, not the spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about the Satan-like man, which is Esau, so-called white man. But in this instance, we're talking about Moab. In fact, let me get a quick precept. This is you read the subhead and it says lament over defeat in battle and prayer for help. When you read the Psalms is a book of prayers. You know, sons of Korah wrote, Asaph wrote, and King David. King David prayed a lot to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, to save him from his enemies. You know, he did that a lot. But getting to the point, this is Psalm 60 and 8. It says, Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Philistia, triumph thou because of me. But the point is that Moab is my wash pot. Regardless of what people think of heathens, when the Lord Yahushua returns, heathens are going into captivity. You know, they're ruling over us now, but their end result is that they're going into captivity. Thus saith the scriptures, like in Jeremiah, the chapter 30, I believe the 16th verse, and Isaiah the 14th chapter, verses 1, 2, and I believe verses 1 and 2, for the first two verses, where it says we're going to be rulers over our oppressors. So, you know, just blowing the trumpet on the MOTB. Lord's will, you was edified. So next time I'm going to say shalom to the elect.